It was a dark night. The clouds in the sky were storming, and everything just had a gray, moody cast, and it was the middle of the night, late at night, a time that you shouldn't be able to be awake. But alas, you couldn't sleep that night. You were terrified. The storm was so loud. You didn't know why. It was so scary, but then you heard a small voice. It was high pitched, but sounded like it belonged to a child. "My name is Emily," it said, "and I'm 5. I like to play Roblox and go outside." You realize that soon this child had the same interests as you, but it felt wrong. Who was Emily, and why was she in your house? After a moment of silence, of just sitting in the dark, staring at where the voice could be coming from, you heard, "I miss school, but this virus has got me losing my mind." Then a crash of lightning happened, and Emily was gone. At least you thought she was. Soon you found yourself asleep, and the next day you woke up. Something about the day felt off, and you didn't know why. You got out of bed and got ready, as you normally do, and you went downstairs. You went to the kitchen to see if your mother had made breakfast yet. Normally she would have, but instead, you saw something odd. There was a small child in the kitchen, by your fridge, looking through it, supposedly for something to eat. You didn't know who this child was, but they seemed awfully familiar. They had long hair, and they wore pink. You stopped in your tracks, scared. Who could this child be, and what is it doing here? There was no one else besides you and your mother, so how could this child get here? Soon, the child looked over to you. And then she said, "My name is Emily, and I'm 5. I like to play Roblox and go outside. I miss school, but this virus has got me losing my mind." That's when you realized this was a child from last night, the one that found their way into your house, and you didn't know who it was. You were terrified. You screamed and ran out the door. But as soon as you left, you were knocked down by something. You looked up to see Emily, and soon you were knocked out. You were missing for weeks, months maybe, until you could finally escape from the place that you were being held by Emily. Until you could find. As soon as you were found, you and your mother started to pack to leave. Hopefully, if you left this town, you'd never have to deal with Emily again. But you were wrong.